Boatswain!
Here, master, what news?
Speak to the mariners, call to it, or your undersel's drowned. Stir, stir.
Aye, my hearts! Yare, yare! Taking the topsail! Tend to the master's whistle! Aye!
Good boatswain, come here. Where's the master? I'm far now. Where's the master, boatswain?
Do you not hear him? You bar or labor! Keep to your cabin! You assist the store!
Stay patient.
But to see it! Head to your cabin! Trouble us not!
Remember who passed the board.
None that I more love than myself. You are counselor. If you can command these hommes to be still, use your sword. If not, extend your lips alone and train your captain.
I'm aware, Jay. There's great comfort in this fellow. Methinks he has no drowning lurk upon him.
Down with the top mast!
Hard.
Lower, lower, click upon the tower. Yet again, what do you hear? Shall we give over and ground? Have you a mind to sink?
A pox over your throat, you falling blasphemous internal dog!
Work you then!
Hang you insolent noisemaker, we are less free to be drowned than thou art! All us, first, all us! Queen, the prince of players, let's assist them for our case bed there!
We split.
Have mercy on our souls!
By your art, my dearest father, you have put the wild waters in this roar. Allay them. Oh, I have suffered with those I saw suffer. A brave vessel, dashed all to pieces.
Tell your piteous heart there's no harm done.
Oh, woe the day.
No harm. I have done nothing but in care of thee, my dear one, of thee, my daughter, who art ignorant of what thou art. Lend thy hand, and pluck my magic garment from me.
Wipe thou thine eyes, have comfort. The direful spectacle of the wreck, which touched the very virtue of compassion in thee, your father has, with such provision in his art, so safely ordered that there is no soul drowned.
Sit down, for now thou must know farther.
You have often begun to tell me what I am, but stop.
The hour is now come. Obey and be attentive. Canst thou remember a time before we came to this island? I do not think thou canst, for then thou was not yet 3 years old.
Certainly, sir, I can.
Tell me thy remembrance.
It is rather like a dream. Had I not 4 or 5 women once that attended me?
Thou hadst and more, Miranda.
Thy father was once the Duke of Milan, his sister and thy aunt, called Antonia, a sister so perfidious,
She whom next to thyself of all the world I loved.
and Prospero the prime duke, being so wrapped in his books, the government he cast upon his sister, his false sister.
Dost thou attend me?
Oh, good sir, I do.
I pray thee, mark me. I, thus neglecting worldly ends, all dedicated to the bettering of my mind, in my false sister awakened an evil nature. She being thus lorded, she was the duke, and her ambition grew. Dost thou hear?
Your tale, sir, would cure deafness.
For me, my library was dukedom large enough.
Now the condition, the Queen of Naples, being an enemy, to him hearkens his sister's suit, his promises of homage and tribute, and pledges to kill thy father, and confer fair Milan, with all the honors on his sister.
In the dead of darkness, they came for me in thy crying self.
I not remembering how I cried out then, and cry it over again. Wherefore did they not that hour destroy us?
They durst not, so dear the love my people bore me. Rather, they hurried us aboard a bark and bore us some leagues to sea, where they prepared a rotten carcass of a boat, not rigged, nor tackle, sail, nor mast. The very rats had quit it. There they hoist us, to cry to the seas that roared to us, to sigh to the winds, who in pity sighed back again.
Alack, what trouble I was then to you.
Oh, thou was what didst preserve me.
How came we ashore?
By providence divine, some food we had and some fresh water that a noble Gonzala did give us out of her charity, with rich garments, linen, stuffs, and accessories. And knowing I loved my books, she furnished me from mine own library with volumes that I prize above my dukedom.
Would I might ever see that man. Now I pray you, sir, for still 'tis beating on my mind. Your reason for raising the sea storm?
By accident most strange, hath mine enemies been brought to this shore. Here cease more questions. Thou art inclined to sleep. Give way to it. Ariel, my servant! Ariel! Approach, my Ariel! Come!
All hail, great master! I come to answer thy best pleasure, be it to fly, to swim, to dive into the fire, to ride on the curled clouds.
Hast thou, spirit, done as I have bid?
Not a hair of any has been harmed. I disperse them about the isle.
Ariel, thy charge is exactly as performed. But there's more work.
Is there more toil? Let me remember thee what thou hast promised.
What is't thou canst demand?
My liberty.
Before the time be out, no more!
I prithee, remember I have done thee worthy service, told thee no lies, served thee without grudge or grumbling.
Dost thou forget from what a torment I did free thee?
No.
Thou liest! Hast thou forgot the foul which Sycorax?
No.
Sycorax did confine thee into a cloven pine, within which rift imprisoned didst thou painfully remain 12 years, in which space she died and left thee there. Oh, what a torment I did find thee in! Thy groans did make wolves howl. It was a torment which Sycorax could not again undo. It was my magic, when I arrived and heard thee, that ope the pine and let thee out.
I thank thee, master.
Go make thyself like a nymph of the sea. Be invisible to all except me. Awake, dear heart, awake. Thou hast slept well. Awake.
The strangeness of your story, the heaviness in it.
Shake it off. Come on. Was it Caliban, my slave?
He's a villain, sir, I do not love to look on.
He does make our fire, fetch in our wood, and serves us in offices that do profit us. Caliban, thou art! Speak!
There's wood enough within.
Come forth, I say, there's other business for thee.
May a foul southwest blow on ye and blister you all over.
For that, tonight thou shalt be pinched! Each is pinched as thick as honeycomb and as stinging as the bees that made him.
This island's mine, by Sycorax my mother, which thou takest from me. When thou camest first, thou taught me to name the bigger light, and how the less upborn by day and night, and then I loved thee. Showed thee all the qualities of the isle, the fresh springs, brine pits, barren places, and fertile. Cursed be I that did so! All the charms of Sycorax, toads, beetles, bats, light on you. For I am all the subjects that you have, which was mine own king, and here you enslave me in this hard rock. Thou most lying slave! I have used thee, filth as thou art, with human care.
I pitied thee, took pains to make thee speak, taught thee each hour one thing or another. When thou didst not, savage, know thine own meaning, wouldst gabble like a thing most brutish.
You taught me language, and my profit on it is I know how to curse.
So fetch us in fuel and be quick. If thou neglectest or dost willingly what I command, I'll fill all thy bones with aches, and make thee roar with pain.
No, pray thee. I must obey, for his art is of such power.
So, slave, hence!
Come on to these yellow sands and then take hands.
Where should this music be? Either the air or the earth? It sounds no more, sitting on a bank, weeping again. This music crept by me upon the waters, allaying both their fury and my passion with its sweet air. Thence I have followed it, or it hath drawn me rather, but 'tis gone. No, it begins again.
Full fathom 5 thy father lies, of his bones are coral made. Those are pearls that were his eyes, nothing of him that doth fade, but doth suffer us see change into something rich and strange. Seen him sourly ring his knell.
This song does remember my drowned mother.
Say what thou seest yonder.
What is it? A spirit? Carries a great form.
No, it eats and sleeps and has such senses as we have, such. This one which thou seest was in the wreck, now stained with grief.
And I call him thing divine.
Oh, you are a goddess! Vouchsafe my prayer. May know if you are made upon the sound, and that you will some good instructions give me. My request which I do pronounce is, oh, you wonder, be ye maid or no?
No wonder, sir. It's certainly a maid.
My language, heavens. I am the best of them that speak this speech, where before where 'tis spoken.
How? The best? What wert thou if the Queen of Naples heard thee?
A single thing, as I am now, the wonders to hear you speak of Naples. I weep, myself, in Naples. The Queen, my mother, drowned.
Black for mercy.
Oh, I'll make you the Queen of Naples.
They are in either's powers. But this swift business I must uneasy make, lest too light winning make the prize light. One word more, I charge thee, that thou attend me and prove to me thou art not spy.
No spies, I am a man.
Come, follow. Speak not you for him, he's a traitor. Come, follow.
No.
Be gentle, father.
Put thy sword up, traitor, for I can here disarm thee with my hand and make thy weapon drop.
Please, father.
Hang not to my garments!
Father, have pity.
Silence! One word more shall make me chide thee, if not hate thee.
Thou thinkest there are no other shapes as he? Seeing but him and Caliban, foolish wench! To the most of men, this is a Caliban, and they to him are angels.
My affections are then most humble. I have no ambition to see a goodlier man.
My spirits, as in a dream, are all bound up. My mother's loss, the weakness which I feel, the wreck of all my friends, nor this man's threats to whom I am subdued, are but light to me. Might I but once a day through my prison behold this maid.
It works. He is in love. Come, follow. Speak not for him, daughter.
All the infections that the sun sucks up, from bogs, fens, flats on prosper fallen inch by inch, make him a disease. His spirits are sometimes like apes that meow and chatter at me and bite me, and then like hedgehogs which lie in my barefoot way, and then like adders whose cloven tongues do hiss me into madness. Lo, now lo, here comes a spirit of his, and to torment me for bringing wood in slowly, I'll hide myself.
Another storm brewing. If it should thunder as it did before, I know not where to hide my head. What have we here? A man or a fish? Dead or alive? A fish. He smells like a fish, a very ancient and fish-like smell. Oh, it is no fish but an islander, struck down by a thunderbolt. I will take shelter under the blanket.
All the storms upon us. But what is this? A strange many-legged fish? A fish with legs? If I were in England, I'd be paid a pretty penny to show this monstrous fish. There, the monster would make me a man. Wow! I'll take shelter here until the storm passes. Misery makes strange bedfellows.
I shall no more to sea, here shall I die ashore. This is a very scurvy tune to sing at a man's funeral. Well, here's my comfort. The master, the swabber, the boatswain, and I, the gunner and his mate, with Ma, Meg, and Mary, and Marjorie, but none of us cared for Kate, for she had a tongue with a tang. My tongue needs a tang.
Do not torment me, oh!
What's the matter? Have we devils here? Ha! I have not escaped drowning to be feared now of your 4 legs, 5 legs, 6 legs.
The spirit torments me, oh!
This is a monster of the isle with 6 legs. Where the devil should he learn our language? If I can tame him and bring him to Naples, he'd earn me a pretty penny.
Do not torment me, prithee. I'll bring my wood home, pastor.
He's in his fit now. He shall taste of my bottle. If he's never drunk wine before, it will remove his fit. Come on your ways, open your mouth. This will shake your shaking.
I should know that voice, but he is drowned. They're devils. Oh, defend me from the devils.
6 legs and 3 voices? Most monstrous monster. His forward voice speaks the language of men. His backward voice is to utter foul speeches. Let me pour some in thy other mouth.
Stefano!
Doth thy other mouth call me? Mercy, mercy, this is a devil and no monster. I will pour some in here too.
Stefano! I am Trinculo, be not afeard, thy good friend Trinculo. And I am Costard.
If thou beest Trinculo and Costard, come forth. I'll pull thee by the lesser legs. Thou art very Trinculo indeed. Help me with Costard. And here he is. How came thou to be here?
Are you not drowned, Stefano?
No more than you were drowned.
By water, no. By drink, yes.
I hidden in the monster's blanket for fear of the storm.
These be fine things, gods who bear wine. I will kneel to him.
How did thou escape? I escaped on a cask of wine and rode it to shore. Swim ashore, man like a duck. I can swim like a duck, I'll be sworn.
Quack.
Kiss the book. Though thou canst swim like a duck, thou art made like a goose.
For me too?
Oh, Stefano, hast any more of this?
Hast thou not dropped from heaven?
Out of the moon, I'm the man in the moon.
I have seen you there, and I do adore thee.
Come, swear to that. Kiss the book.
By this good light, this is a very weak monster. Why was I afraid?
I'll show thee every friddle into the island. I'll pluck thee berries, I'll fish for thee, and get thee wood enough. A plague upon a tyrant that I serve. I'll bear him no more sticks, but follow thee, thou wondrous man.
By this light, a drunken monster.
We shall go, we shall kill him.
Come on then, down and swear. Come, kiss my foot.
They actually did.
Trinculo and Costa, the queen and all our company being drowned, we will inherit here. Here, Trinculo, carry the wine. You'll fuel the monster up again and again.
Bandit, Gallopin, has a new master, get new man. Freedom, freedom, freedom.
Oh, grace, monster!
Our end of woe is common. Every day some sailor's wife have just our theme of woe. And for the miracle, the preservation, few in millions can speak like us.
Prithee, peace. Look, she's winding up the watch of her wit. By and by it will strike.
Ma'am,
Tick, tick, tock.
when every grief is entertained,
$1.
dolor comes to her indeed. You have spoken truer than you proposed.
And you have taken it wiselier than I meant you should.
Therefore, my lady,
By what a spendthrift is he of his tongue.
I prithee.
while I have done but yet,
He will be talking. Though this island seems to be desert, uninhabitable and almost inaccessible,
Yet,
how lush and lusty the grass looks, how green,
the ground indeed is tawny.
as green as sand,
but our garments, being as they were drenched in the sea, hold our fresh.
But if one of her damp pockets could speak, would it not say she lies?
what impossible matter will she make easy next? I think she will carry home this island in her pocket and give it to her son for an apple.
And sowing the kernels of the sea, bring forth more islands.
Why, dearest queen, it's not my dress as fresh as the first day I wore it at your daughter's marriage.
You crammed these words into mine ears against the stomach of my sense. Would I had never married my daughter there. Coming thence, my son is now lost.
Dearest queen, he may yet live, and no doubt he came alive to land.
No, he's gone.
Ma'am, you may thank yourself for this great loss.
Prithee, peace.
Had I plantation on the Sile, my lord,
He'd sowed with nettle seed.
and were the queen on't, what would I do?
Long live Gonzala!
And do you understand me, ma'am?
Prithee, no more. Thou dost talk nothing to me.
You are nothing.
Nay, my good lord, be not angry.
Will you laugh me asleep? For I am very sleepy.
Go sleep and hear us.
What, so soon asleep? I wish mine eyes would shut up my thoughts.
Please you, ma'am, sleep. It is a comforter.
We too, my lord, will guard your person while you take your rest and watch your safety.
Thank you.
What a strange drowsiness possesses them.
It is the quality of the climate.
Why doth it not our eyelids sink? I find myself not disposed to sleep.
Nor I. My spirits are nimble, and my strong imagination sees a crown dropping upon thy head.
What? Art thou dreaming?
Do you not hear me speak?
I do, and surely it is a sleepy language, and thou speak out of thy sleep.
Noble Sebastiana, thou lest thy sleep rather winkest while thou art waking.
Thou dost snore distinctly. There's meaning in thy snores.
I am serious in my snores. Will you grant me that Ferdinand is drowned?
He's gone.
Then tell me, who is the next heir of Naples?
Clarabelle.
She that is now Queen of Tunis. No, not her. You could rule Naples. Do you understand me?
I remember. You did supplant your brother Prospero.
True, and look how well my garments sit upon me, and my brother's servants are now my men.
But for your conscience?
Aye, sir, but where lies that? Here lies your sister, no better than the earth she lies upon, asleep she looks dead, whom I, with this obedient steel, can lay to bed forever.
Thy case, dear friend, shall be my precedent. As thou goest to Milan, I'll come by Naples. Draw thy sword.
Draw together, and when I rear my hand, do you the like to fall on Gonzalo.
Oh, but one word.
My master through his art foresees the danger that you his friend are in, and sends me forth. Shake off slumber and beware. Awake, awake.
Why are you drawn?
What's the matter?
Whiles we stood here, securing your repose, even now we heard a hollow burst of bellowing like bulls or rather lions. Did not wake you? It struck mine ear most terribly.
I heard nothing.
Oh, 'twas a day in the fright in a monster's ear, to make an earthquake, sure it was the roar of a whole herd of lions.
I heard a strange humming. 'Tis best we stand upon our guard. Rather, let's quit this place. Let's draw our weapons.
Let's make further search for my poor son.
Prospero, my lord, shall know what I have done. So, queen, go safely on to seek thy son.
Some kinds of baseness are nobly undergone. This, my mean task, would be as heaviest to me as odious. But the mistress whom I serve quickens what's dead and makes my labors pleasures. Oh, she is 10 times more gentle than her father. I must remove some thousands of these logs and pile them up.
Alas now, Crave. Work not so hard. Pray set those logs down and rest yourself. My father is hard at study. Pray now rest yourself. He's safe for these 3 hours.
No, my darling. The sun will set before I shall discharge what I must strive to do.
If you'll sit down, I'll bury your logs the while. Pray give me that. I'll carry it to the pile.
No, darling. I would rather break my back than you should such dishonor undergo while I sit lazy by.
It would become me as well as it does you. And I should do it with much more ease, for my goodwill is to it, and yours is against.
I do beseech you, chiefly that I might set in my prayers. What is your name?
Miranda.
Admired Miranda, indeed the top of admiration, worth what's dearest to the world. You, oh you so perfect and peerless, are created of every woman's best.
I do not know one of my set. No woman's face remember, save from my glass, mine own. Nor have I seen more than I may commend, but you, and my dear father. And I would not wish any companion in the world but you.
I am in my condition a prince, Miranda. Hear my soul speak. The moment that I did see you, did my heart fly to your service. And for your sake, I am this patient log man.
Do you love me?
O heaven, O earth, bear witness to this while all else of what in the world is possible. Do love, prize, honor you.
I am a fool to weep at what I am glad of.
Wherefore weep you?
At mine unworthiness that dare not offer what I desire to give you. I am your wife if you will marry me. If not, I'll die your maid. To be your fellow you may deny me, but I'll be your servant, whether you will or no.
My wife, dearest, and I, thus humble.
My husband, then?
Aye, here is my hand.
And mine, with my heart then. And now, farewell.
Farewell.
This is amazing.
When the wine is out, we will drink water, not a drop before. Servant monster, drink to me.
Servant monster!
Drink, servant monster, when I bid thee. Thy eyes are almost set in thy head.
Where else should they be set? He were a brave monster indeed that was set in his tail.
Let me lick that shoe. I'm not Sir Prospero anymore.
Wise out, he bought fish thou, was ever man a coward, who hath thrown so much wine his eye today?
Wilt thou spot monstrous lie, being but half a fish, and half a monster?
Lo, how he mocks me. Wilt thou let him, my lord?
Lord, so see that a monster's a natural.
Lo, again, bite him to death, I prithee. Trinculo, costard, keep a good tongue in your head. The poor monster's my subject, and he shall not suffer indignity. I thank my noble lord.
As I told thee before, I am subject to a tyrant, a sorcerer that by his cunning hath cheated me of the isle.
Thou liest.
Thou liest, thou jesting monkey, thou. I would my valiant master would destroy thee. I do not lie.
Trinculo, if you trouble the monster any more in stale, by this hand I will supplant some of your teeth.
Why, I said nothing.
Mum then, and no more. Proceed.
I say by sorcery he got this isle. From me he got it. If thy greatness were to venge it upon him, then thou shalt be lord of it, and I'll serve thee.
How shall this be done?
I will lead him to you when he is asleep, where thou mayest knock a nail into his head.
Thou liest, thou cannot.
Thou scurvy patch!
Costard,
Interrupt the monster one word further and I'll beat you before cooking you.
Why? What did I do?
Didst thou not say he lied?
Thou liest.
Do I take that?
And one for me.
Here's one for you. I did not give the lie, the devil take your finger. Now, forward with your tail. For thee, stand farther off. Beat them again! Farther off. Farther. Farther. Come, proceed. Why, as I told thee, 'tis a custom for him to nap in the afternoon, or thou mayst brain him, or batter his skull, or punch him with the stake, or cut his gizzard with thy knife. But remember first to burn his books, for without them he is nothing, and then consider the beauty of his daughter. Monster, I will kill this man. His daughter and I will be king and queen, and you, Trinculo and Costard, will be the viceroys. Does this suit you?
Excellent!
Give me thy hand. I'm sorry I beat thee, but while thou livest, keep a good tongue in thy head. Within this half hour will he be asleep. Wilt thou destroy him then? Aye, on mine honor.
This I will tell my master.
Trinculo, Costard, let us sing.
Scouterman, 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 start is free.
That's not the tune. What was that? Is it your text made a picture of nobody?
Oh, mercy upon us!
Forgive us our sins! Art thou afeared? No, monster, not I. Be not afeared. The isle is full of sounds and sweet airs that give delight and hurt not. Sometimes 1,000 twangling instruments will hum about my ears, and sometimes was ready to drop upon me, for when I awaked, I cried to dream again. This will prove a great kingdom to me, for I shall have my music for nothing. When Prosper is destroyed. If the sound is going away, let's follow it. Lead, monster, we'll follow.
Guys, there's a monster starting it. But don't spoil it. Be quiet. I think it's annoying. It's not I feel like falling asleep.
Do not further, my queen, by your patience and fast rest.
Sit down and rest. My son is drowned, and the sea mocks our search on land.
I am right glad that she's the word of hope.
We will take advantage of it.
Let it be tonight, for they are tired and oppressed with grief.
Tonight it is.
If in Naples, should I report this now? Would they believe me?
No matter. Since I have left our viands behind and we have stomachs, shall we eat?
You fools! I and my fellows are ministers of your fate. Your swords may as well wound the wind or kill the sea. Your swords are now too heavy for your strengths and will not be uplifted. But do remember, you did depose Prospero, took him and his innocent child, and threw them into the raging sea. Alonso, you have already been made bereft of your son. For the rest of you, dwell with your guilt.
The name is full of holy, my queen. Why stand you in this strange stare?
Oh, it is monstrous. Monstrous. Methought the wind spoke the name of Prospero. I will seek my son again and lie with him in the earth.
We shall be your seconds.
All three of them are desperate. Their great guilt, like poison, bites their spirits. I shall follow them.
If I have too austerely punished you, your compensation makes amends. For I have given you here that for which I live. All thy vexations were but my trials of thy love, and thou hast stood the test. Here before heaven, I give you my daughter. You will find that she will outstrip all praise and make it halt behind her.
I do believe it.
Sit then and talk with her. She is thine own. Ariel, my servant, Ariel!
Here I am.
Your last service you did worthily perform, but I must use you in such another trick. Bring the rabble here to this place. Incite them to promotion, for I must bestow upon the eyes of this young couple some vanity of mine art. It is my promise, and they expect it from me.
Presently,
Aye.
before you can say, come and go, and breathe twice and cry, so, so, each one, tripping on his toe, will be here with mop and mow. Do you love me, master? No?
Dearly. Now, all eyes, be silent.
A contract of true love to celebrate, and some donation freely to estate on the blessed lovers. Honor, riches, marriage blessing, long continuance and increasing, hourly joys be still upon you. The sea sings her blessings upon you. Vines and clustering bunches growing, plants with goodly burthen bowing. Spring will come to you at the farthest, in the very end of harvest. Scarcity and want shall shun you. The earth's blessing is on you.
Let me live here ever, A wise father and wife makes this place paradise.
Sweet. Now, silence! Forgot the foul conspiracy of the beast Caliban and his confederates against my life. The minute of their plot has almost come. No more!
This is strange. Your father's in some passion that works him strongly.
Never till this day saw I him touched with so much anger.
You do look, Ferdinand, in a moved sort, as if you were dismayed. Our revels now are ended. These our actors were all but spirits, and are melted into air, into thin air. We are such stuff as dreams are made on, and our little life is rounded with a sleep. My brain is troubled. If you be pleased, retire into my cell and there repose. A turn or two I'll walk to still my beating mind. Ariel, come.
What's the project?
Spirit, you must prepare me with Caliban.
Aye, my commander.
Where didst thou leave those balloons?
I told you, sir, they were red-hot with drinking. So I charmed their ears, that calf-like they my lowing followed through briars, sharp furzes, pricking gossamer thorns which entered their frail skins. At last I left them in the lakes that the foul mud overstunk their feet.
This was well done. The fine garments inside my house. Go fetch them to catch these thieves.
I go.
I will plague them all, those devils, even to roaring. Come, hang them on this line.
Tread soft, for the blind old man of your footfall. You are now near his cell.
Monster, your music, which you say is merely a harmless spirit, has done little better than play the fool with us.
Thou art just a lost monster.
Be patient for the prize I'll bring thee.
Who lost your wine in the mud.
There's not only disgrace and dishonor in that, monster, but an infinite loss.
Infinite! Truly infinite.
Prithee, my king, be quiet. Seest thou here? We are now near the mouth of thy cell. No noise, and enter. Do that good mission which will make this island thine own forever. And I, thy Caliban, forever are thy foot with her.
Give me thy hand. I do begin to have bloody thoughts.
Ooh, King Stephano!
Oh, Willie Stefano!
Look,
What a wardrobe it's for you!
Let it alone, fool, it is but trash.
Tranquilo, lay off that gown. By this end, I'll have it.
Like they shall have it.
I'll have it!
Stop this! Let us murder first, then steal!
Be quiet, monster. Is this not my purpose now? drifting under the line. We still like line everyone.
I thank you for that. Here's the garment for it.
Monster, come, steal some.
I will have none on't. We shall lose our chance.
Monster, lay to your fingers to steal. Carry these garments or I'll turn you out of my kingdom. Go on, carry this and this.
I am this.
Hey, Fury, hey! Silver, I wear good silver.
Hark, they roar.
Let them be hunted soundly. At this hour, lie at my mercy all mine enemies. Shortly shall all my labors end, and thou shalt have the air of freedom. For a little, follow and do me service. Now does my project gather to a head. My spirits, obey!
On the 6th hour, at which time, my lord, you said our work should cease.
I did say so when I first raised the Tempest. Say, spirit, how fares the queen and her followers?
Confined together, they cannot budge till your release, bound by sorrow and guilt. Your charm so strongly works them, that if you now beheld them, your affections would soon become tender.
Dost thou think so, spirit?
Mine would, sir, were I human.
And mine shall. The rarer action is in virtue than in vengeance. Go release them, Ariel. My charms I'll break, their senses I'll restore, and they shall be themselves.
I'll fetch them, sir.
I have bedimmed the noontide sun, called forth the winds and the green sea, given fire to thunder, made shake the trees. The graves at my command have waked their sleepers, oped and let 'em forth by my so potent art. But this rough magic I here abjure. And when I have acquired some heavenly music, which even now I do, to work mine end upon these senses that this airy charm is for, I'll break my staff and drown my book.
The charm dissolves apace, and as the morning steals upon the night, melting the darkness, so their rising senses begin to chase the ignorant fumes that mantle their clear reason. Their understanding begins to swell, and the approaching tide will shortly fill the reasonable shore that now lies foul and muddy.
Not one of them that yet looks on me or would know me. Guard me as when I were the Duke of Milan, and thou shalt ere long be free.
After supper merrily, merrily, merrily shall I live now under the blossom that hangs on the bough.
I shall miss thee, Ariel, but thou shalt have freedom. So. To the king's ship, invisible as thou art, and thou shalt find the mariners asleep under the hatches, the master, the boatswain, and the sailor, and, being awake, enforce them to this place. And presently, I prithee.
Behold, the rugged Duke of Milan, Prospero!
Thy pulse beats of flesh and blood. This be a most strange story. Thy kingdom I resign and do entreat. Thou pardon me my wrongs.
But how should Prospero be living and be here?
First, noble friend, let me embrace thee, whose honor cannot be measured or confined. Welcome, my friends all! But you, were I so minded, I could justify you as traitors. At the time, I will tell no tales. But you, most wicked, whom to call sibling would even infect my mouth, I do forgive thy rankest fault, all of them, and require my dukedom of thee, which, perforce, I know, thou must restore.
How thou hast met us here, who 3 hours since were wrecked upon the shore, where I have lost, how sharp the point of remembrances, my dear son Ferdinand.
I too have lost my daughter.
A daughter? Oh heavens, that they were living both in Naples, the king and queen there. When did you lose your daughter?
In this last tempest. Know for certain that I am Prospero, and that the very duke which was thrust forth of Milan, who most strangely upon the shore where you were wrecked, was landed to be lord in it. You have given me back my dukedom, and, to return the favor, I shall bring forth a wonder to comfort you.
Sweet Lord, do you find me faults?
No, my dearest love, I would not for the world.
Yes, for a score of kingdoms you should reign, and I would call it fair play. A most high miracle.
Though the seas threaten, they are merciful.
Oh, son, oh wonder, oh brave new world that has such people in it.
What is this maid with whom thou wert at play? Is she a goddess?
Sir, she is mortal, and she is mine. I chose her when I could not ask my parent. With her, I have received a second life.
Forgive me.
There, my lady, stop. Let us not burden our remembrance with the heaviness that's gone.
Look down, gods, and bless this couple.
Give me your hands.
Look, here is Marius. I said this fellow could not drown. What is the news?
The best news is we have safely found our queen and company. The next, our ship is tight and near and as bravely rigged as when we first put out to sea.
Sir, all that service have I done since I went?
These are not natural events. How came you hither?
We were dead asleep, and having done not all clapped under hatches. Liberty pronounced, strange, and several nights we were awake, straightway, at liberty.
Where we, beholding all her trim, a royal, good, and gallant ship, and we were brought here hither.
Was it well done? Thou shalt be free. Set Caliban free too, untie the spell. There are yet some missing of your company, some few odd lads that you remember not.
Every man for himself!
Is this not Stefano or drunken Bob?
He is drunk now. Where had he wine?
And Shrinkio and Custer are reeling right. How camest in this pickle?
I have been in such a pickle.
Pickle!
Oh, touch me not. I am not Stefano, but a pickle.
You'd be king of the isle?
I should have been a sour one then. This is a strange thing as ere I looked on.
You have my pardon, Caliban.
What an ass I was to mistake a drunkard for a god! To worship this doubtful and to mistake a pastry a hero!
I invite your highness to my home, where you shall take your rest for this one night, and I shall tell you the story of my life since I came to this isle. And in the morn, I'll bring you to your ship, and so to Naples, where I have hoped for the wedding of our son and daughter.
I long to hear the story of your life, which must take years, stranger.
I'll deliver all, and promise thee calm seas and good winds. Caliban, the island is yours. Magic and rough spirits, fare thee well. Ariel, the element of air, be free. Now my charms are all o'erthrown, and what strength I have, mine own, which is most faint. Now 'tis true I must be here confined by you, or sent to Naples. Let me not, since I have my dukedom got, and, pardon the deceiver, dwell in this bare island by your spell. But release me from my bands with the help of your good hands. Gentle breath of yours my sails must fill, or else my project fails. Which was to please? As you from crimes would pardon be, let your indulgence set me free!